Hello and welcome. My name is Todd Dolan and I'm here to talk to you on the subject of finding significance in your life. Today's subject is going to be on how you think and the results of the way that you think. What do you think about all day long? I'm sure that a few of the subjects are a significant other, spouse. Do you think about that spouse and how absolutely amazing they are, the potential that they have as a human being, how much you love them, how fortunate you are that they came into your life? Or do you think about them in terms of the things that they do that irritate you? Now, I understand that it's human nature, but you are in control. That's one of the things that I'm here to tell you today. Well, partially, and I'm going to get into that. It depends on how much of your control you give up. So stay tuned. I'll fill that gap for you. Do you think about your finances in a way that your future is going to be bright because you've got a plan now, you've got a budget for all of the dollars coming in and where they're going out, and the savings, your charities, or are you thinking about the shortage? Are you thinking about there's just no money to give to a good cause? I barely make ends meet now. Realizing the reality of that in situations that are dire, I understand when there is no money to give. Your frame of mind is what I'm covering today and the effect of it. How about your children? What are the things you're thinking about your children? There are many subjects that we could cover. I'm bringing an idea to you, and it's up to you to take that idea and water it. Make it grow into something useful in your life. Are you thinking of just how fortunate you are to have those kids? Just what an amazing thing that they are, that they would come into your life, that you've created, been a part of their creation, and you have been a significant part of their upbringing. Your children may be young, they may be infants, they may be grown, they may be in college, or somewhere in between. How are you thinking when you think about them? Are you thinking about how mad you are at them most of the time? And the things that they do to absolutely irritate the crap out of you? Are you thinking about how they just aren't going to make it? They aren't going to succeed? Whatever your thoughts are, I'm here to tell you, this is significant. This is something that you probably have heard. So this is another message to help make this penetrate into your mind and realize the truth in this statement. Your life becomes a direct result in the thoughts that you carry in your mind throughout the day. They do. You can fight it if you want to, just as I did. or you can come to the realization that we are where we are in our lives because of the choices that we've made to be at this point to a major degree. Now understand the absolutely terrible things that happen in our lives. I'm telling you that the way you think can change your life in a way that it will either be horrific, it will be miserable, it will just be routine and blah, or going to the upper end of the scale, it will be pretty alright, or it can be pretty terrific, or it can be amazing and absolutely astounding each and every day, to the point where you are actually in awe that all the things come together the way they do. I'm telling you, you're in control of that. Watch what you're thinking about each and every day. On a previous video, I talked about habits and forming our habits and how we pick the habits that we develop after we are taught through our infancy and early childhood by our parents and our peers. Once recognition, awareness comes to fruition, we begin to choose our own habits. And then our habits become in control over time. That's why it's so important that we pick our habits carefully. And these two are in line with each other. They work together through our subconscious. We train our subconscious mind each and every day. We have the bombardment of 15,000 ideas coming into our mind every hour of every day. Our reticular activating system, which I mentioned in an earlier video, weeds down from the unimportant to the important so that we don't go insane. It's our job to reduce that amount even further to gain clarity and become much more than we have come to the acceptance of what we can be. I hope that makes sense. You can be so much more. I can be so much more than I am. How do we become more? We work harder on ourselves than we do on anything else. That bleeds out into every other aspect of our lives. Work harder on yourself than anything else, including your job. If you do that, you'll make more money in your job, or you'll figure out that this isn't where you need to be and that you can do a lot more. What do you think about all day long? This is a very vast subject. I'm here to plant a seed. I'm here to encourage you to make it grow by watering it and feeding it. But there are other resources that you can dig into that will give you a lot, that will help you in this area. Books I want to recommend to you are As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And another is very monotone and somewhat difficult to listen to if you get the audio version, which is available in all three of these books I'm recommending. But it's amazing, and it will, I believe it'll floor you as it did me. And it is The Science of Being Great by Wallace Wattles. All three of those books I want to encourage you, just wholeheartedly. Pick them up. If you're in a frame of mind in your life that you want to become so much more, if you realize that there's so much more richness and vibrancy to be experienced through your mind and through your eyes and through your heart for yourselves and for your families, dig into this subject. Hopefully these resources will help. I will continue to make recordings like this on other subjects that are important in my mind to cover. And I honor you for being here and for wanting to be more. You wouldn't have continued to watch this video if you weren't looking for more in your life. And so I will always be here to encourage you, give you additional information to download, and information to watch and read, information from other sources that I think are amazing and have been impactful in my life. So if you stay tuned, much more to come. With that, Todd Dolan signing out. Create a tremendous day.